This is Sean Googler. I graduated in the class of 1989.
This is Kristen Becht. I graduated in the class of 1989.
Sue Domagalski, formerly known as Sue Petro. I was a graduate of Newton High School in 1990.
Matt McGowan here, class of 1991.
Carrie Hausnet. Mr. Scott would know me as Carrie Fedorchuk. I graduated in 1992.
Nick Groswitz, class of 93. This guy. After being this guy.
Tanisha Williams McNeil.
My name is Shannon Balash, formerly Rauschenbach, class of 93.
Bridget Brennan, known as Bridget Jones now.
Hi, Mr. Scott. It's Jeanette Lewicki. I was with you from 1990 to 1994.
It's Rose Sullivan, class of 1994.
Amanda Scumberty.
Issa, it was Greenberg.
I'm Jackie Tobin, class of 1997.
Martha McCabe, class of 1997.
Kevin Rogers, class of 99.
It's Alicia Sullivan, class of 1999.
It's me, Shelley Luff.
It's Chris Nicosia, class of 99.
Tiffany Burns here, class of 2000.
Kristen Scove King, class of 2000.
Andy Groswitz, class of 2000.
Emily Reisig here, formerly Emily Kruger from the class of 2000.
This is Tom Pasculi from class of 2001.
Daniel Anticoli, I was in Madrigals and touring choir from 1998 to 2001.
Scott Geiler, class of 2001.
Jonathan Hart, class of 2002.
Gina Maria Jones, used to be Gina Maria Cicchino. And I'm here to tell you how amazingly wonderful, stupendous you are.
It was DS who really helped shape who we were and the culture of chorus and musicals and everything in high school.
You made class fun every single day. It didn't matter what we were doing. It was going to be enjoyable because you're just a ball of energy and you're so outgoing and personable and everyone loved you.
We spent a lot of time together and you were always great and always a pleasure to be around and a pleasure to work with, to laugh with. It was always fun.
The important part is what I do remember, right? And it's what got us there. It was the lessons that you taught us, right? It's the work ethic, it's the attention to detail, it's the stagecraft, it's all of those things that are required to put together performances. And those are life skills that I use every single day.
You became a bit of a mentor to me and somebody I could really relate to, and for that I will be grateful forever.
We always felt that it was safe there. We always felt included no matter what, and it was a good place to go, especially when things got tough in high school sometimes.
I had an eating disorder. I was about 100 pounds heavier than I am now. And when I sang, it was like the only time that I ever felt really beautiful. I felt not judged by you, and even by my classmates. I felt like there was just so much love and acceptance in your presence and in your classroom.
You let me know that it was okay to be who I was, although it took me some time after high school. You definitely had a profound impact on my life.
You instill a sense of perseverance in us. When things get tough, when things are not necessarily easy, we can still continue on and have the faith and the courage to do so, knowing that things are going to be okay in the end.
My time at Newton High School had its ups and downs, but every moment that I spent in your classroom or singing in one of your choirs or performing in one of your musical theater productions or in those precious 30 minutes I had with you every week in voice lessons meant the utmost to me.
It's been a privilege through all these months leading up to this tribute we get to present to you, to talk to different graduates from many different years of Newton High School. And this common thread that is true for maybe not all, but most students, that many aspects of high school were not fond memories, but choir was invariably one for everyone, including myself. And for my brothers and myself, we are all just grateful for the educational opportunity and the fun and just this community that you created there that made us love music that much more.
It's not an understatement to say that you took high school from being bearable to actually fun for me.
So many adults have such like an
adversarial or authoritative relationship with teenagers, and you somehow were able to keep us in line while still having fun with us, and that is an amazing thing. Surprisingly rare that people can have so much fun with teenagers like they're just other people. Who'd have thought?
You produced professional level music with 15 to 18-year-olds who otherwise were just kids, just high school kids. But you made it so much more, and you made it so much fun and safe. And for a lot of us, you created a safe space, whether you knew it or not, where we could escape from the normal tortures of high school and could all just be together and do something that we all had in common that we otherwise may not have even known each other, may not have ever hung out with each other, but yet you created an environment where people from all different walks could come together and do something very special.
You and music, your kindness and your caring and your humor really helped me get through those last 2 years.
Those little things between you and I, those little conversations, they meant something to me, and they really shaped who I am today.
You had significant stake in all of our lives. You represented us not in just teaching, but in performance and music and just becoming better human beings.
Pretty much every awesome memory I have in high school somehow involves you or the choir. My senior year was Pippin. I played King Charles, and you wouldn't let me say the word fornicating on stage, which I guess made sense. I thank you very much for teaching us about song and music and singing in ensembles. I've continued that when I went to college. I got into an a cappella group. I've actually been with a classical ensemble for like 20 years through Stanford University.
I'm busy with my 3 kids who are all heavy into musical theater. All 3 are singers. And it's probably because I sang all my high school songs over and over when they were in the womb.
Now, as you know, I'm in my 6th season in the full-time chorus at the Met. People will often ask me why I became a singer or how I got into classical music. And I always tell them that one of the biggest reasons was the incredible music program that we had under your direction and leadership. I don't know that I would have found music in this way without you and without the program that you created for us, without the access and opportunities that you gave us.
Your choir class has been one of the prominent influences in my life musically. That's led after high school to me starting an a cappella group in college and finding all my spare time spent in the music department, where I met my wife, who with me has started the Olive Tree Music Academy.
I joined chorus my 2nd year of high school because there was this girl I was trying to impress, and I never got that girl. But I did meet this man who forever changed the trajectory of my life and who impacted it so positively that I'll never be able to properly repay him. Somehow that man made being in chorus the cool thing to do. I actually ended up going to conservatory in North Carolina to pursue vocal performance, to sing opera. And I have this man, this crazy bald-headed man in New Jersey to thank for it. And I'll never forget him.
When I think of you, I think of a person who was very much responsible for not just some of the greatest experiences I've had in the arts or in high school, but some of the greatest experiences I've had in my life.
You finally twisted my arm enough and invited me to come sing at Yellow Frame, and it was one of the best decisions of my life.
Winter concert of my junior year, I had a solo that I absolutely loved, that I could have sung backwards. But the night of the concert, the light hit me, standing in front of the choir, my family, friends, and what at that time felt like the entire world. I froze up with stage fright. I was completely mortified, humiliated. I left that night in tears. I didn't go to school the next day, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't think that I was ever going to go back, and I certainly thought that I was never going to sing another note. That afternoon, Mr. Scott called my house and shared one of his own experiences of a performance that didn't go as planned. And in that moment that I thought that nobody could talk me off a ledge, he was kind of the safety net that caught me. Several months later, I sang 2 or 3 full song solos as Johnny Casino to open up the second act of Grease. And the fact that he had enough faith in me and belief in me when I didn't have that faith or belief in myself, and the fact that he wanted me to succeed and he wanted to provide me the opportunity for redemption was just an absolute testament to the wonderful, amazing person that he was. I went on to sing solos and duets and quartets in subsequent winter and spring concerts for the next year or two. And still to this day, singing in front of people is one of my favorite things to do.
These are my original pearls, or plastic replicas, that I wore in high school when I sang with you in every iteration of whatever choir. And also, this is my original madrigal dress, and it's just as comfortable as it was in high school, and it still fits just as well as long as I don't zip it up. All right? I love you. I always will. And thank you for being the teacher and the inspiration that you were.
I really can't put into words just how much of an impact you've had on my life.
All of my best memories from high school include you. All of the most meaningful long-term friendships in my life are people that I know from choir, from tour, from shows that we did, just from hanging out in your room before school every day. A huge proportion of who I am today is because of you. You're an amazing person, and I am so lucky that I got to have you as a teacher and as a friend.
We all fondly remember you as our favorite teacher.
It was an honor to be able to sing in that group my senior year, and I will forever carry that with me. So thank you so much, Mr. Scott, for everything.
Thanks for everything.
Mr. Scott, thank you so much for everything that you did for us. Never underestimate the impact that you had on our lives.
Thank you for your passion, commitment, energy, and your excitement. I am in awe of what you've done, and you exposed me to new levels of thinking about the world and celebrating humanities and culture, but also having a good time.
Choir was the one thing that I would absolutely relive high school for. I mean, without hesitation at all. You were an amazing mentor, and I really I wanted to make you proud. I really did. I always did. I loved Westminster because you went there, and I was so proud of myself for getting into Westminster, since you went there, and it meant so much to me that you took me to the audition.
You made me feel like I could sing anything. So thank you so much for all you've done.
I just want to say how great you are and how much I still think about you. I went into theater in school and after school, and I teach theater, and you come up a lot in my mind, in my work. So thank you for all of that.
I love you. I thank you.
Being a teacher now, this is my 18th year, it made me realize how much of an impact he had on all the students at Newton High School and the lives that he touched.
When my students ask me why I chose to be a teacher, it's because of people like you.
A lot of what you taught, the energy that you brought to us, I, for 20 years, brought to classrooms throughout New Jersey. So I owe a part of my spirit to experiencing you.
You touched all of our lives, and now we're all teaching. So thanks, Dave. We wish you all the best. Much love.
In the walls of your room, you did something amazing. And I don't think there is a teacher in the world that can replicate what you created. And I think we all were able to achieve some amazing things under your direction. And I think for that, we will all be eternally grateful. And we love you.